A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with a get back, watch it turn to a singer. Get the fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a popo. No do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Uses the spin. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. First carry for Kenyon Drake. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
20.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
20.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. William Hayes in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action from Miller. Now Watson being chased out left. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Running, it's Drake. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. This is first and goal from about the 8. Here's Tannehill. And this one's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. That'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. They come out here in the eye. Third and goal. Gore. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Frank Gore, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. They go play action here on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Come back, come back!
Here's Watson now on second down. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Watson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. Give him 30 yards there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up first and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Tannehill flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, Drake. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry! Deep.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's caught here, Amendola. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A.J. Derby with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside 3 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Akeem Spence able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On second down, here's Miller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now it's Tannehill. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. He's going to field this at the 4. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Cameron Wake in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson just beating the play clock. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
The Texans send the punter out. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And out come the Dolphins now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Hey, 20.
Now a first down throw. Tannehill. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
20.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
20.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Off play.